everyone. Today we are going to have an interview with myself, Abrantie PK, to ask him very few questions about his journey through content creation and how things has been going. So we have with us Abrantie PK. So Abrantie PK, kindly introduce yourself to our viewers. Thank you very much. My name is Francis Obua, but I go by the sobriquet Abrantie PK. I'm a teacher by profession. I'm someone who loves literature, loves poetry, and I love the teaching work very much. And also, I've added a bit of content creation. A lot of people know about your work, your content, but they don't know how the whole thing started. Can you take us through the beginning? Thank you. So, the content creation journey started somewhere in 2022, where we started with TikTok by trying to involve ourselves with what was going on, the fad, the current trends that was going on, with a bit of dancing, a bit of storytelling, a bit of mimicking, and all that. But I think it wasn't moving very well. So I sat down to go through, look at my profession as a teacher. What can I do? And luckily enough, I'm a language teacher, and so I saw that okay, fine. Then why not involve myself in trying to help people to develop their vocabulary? So I then try to bring out what I termed learn an unfamiliar word. So through that, we try to bring to people certain English words that are quite unpopular, that are not you know, so obvious for people to know. And we try to bring them out for people to be able to appreciate the vocabulary of the English language. So basically, that is how our journey started. That is how our journey started. Wow, interesting. You dancing. Wow. So then our viewers have to go and look at your old videos to see you dancing. That's very interesting. So, what actually inspired your content creation journey? What inspired you to create content? You've laughed, yes. It's quite interesting. It's interesting to see me dance. What actually inspired my content creation journey was that I felt I had something that I could also bring on board to the social media environment that people can also learn from. So, purposely, my aim was to bring educative content to people who are interested in that particular aspect. So, that was the reason I was inspired. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's very interesting. So, if I may ask you, so far through your content creation journey, what have been some of the challenges that you have faced and how were you able to overcome these challenges? Yes, thank you very much for this particular question. In fact, what have been my problem? In fact, there are a lot of challenges that this content creation comes with. In fact, first, most I'll look at even the time to get time, trying to mix work and content creation isn't something that is easy at all. In fact, it's something that you need to work very much to be able to, blend both your work and the content creation. Another very important problem, and I know most content creators will bear witness to this, is the issue of mileage, the issue of being recognized. In fact, somebody will be quite intrigued why someone who is not renowned, who is not acclaimed, is having this particular interview. But in fact, and that is one particular difficulty that most content creators have. That is for your content to go viral, as we all supposed to have it. And it's something you spend time behind the camera, you spend time writing script, spend time vetting and other things, and at the end, if the content doesn't go as you wish, in fact, it's something that is very difficult. Then, yes, very interesting revelation. So, we are about wrapping up the interview. So, I want you to give us your last words, but as you do that, in general, how will you describe 2025? Yeah, so 2025 has been a year of learning, a year of progress. There are lots of things that we've gone through in 2025 that has taught us lessons, that has taught us perseverance, that has taught us to be steadfast and try to, work on ourselves to be able to build, to be able to work to achieve. So yes, in all round, we will not say 2025 has been a year of failure, a year of pelikia, a year of no achievement, but it has been a year that we've learnt, that we've tried to, understand certain aspects of life, and I think it's good because it builds us, it makes us strong. My last words is that yes, I want to tell anyone out there that yes, today is Christmas, and I pray that we take very good care of ourselves. And as we celebrate, we shouldn't over celebrate to the extent that at the end, the celebration will rather become a problem for us. So let's be guided. Let's be, circumspecting the things that we do and say and in our celebrations, so that at the end of the celebration there is life to live, so that we can live life after the Christmas. And I pray that 2026 will be a year of blessing for everyone. And to our followers too, we thank them very much that they appreciate the little that we are doing to also help and to also educate and bring laughter to them. We pray that it will progress and we'll be able to bring out more insightful, intriguing, and interesting content to them. And thank you very much for the interview. I'm very happy that you are interviewing me. That is, you are interviewing yourself. That is very interesting. So thank you very much for the interview today. And I wish my viewers a Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2026. Yes, thank you very much, Abrantie PK, for having time to, grant this interview with us. Our viewers are very grateful. So, yes, viewers, that is Abrantie PK. So I'm sure we've learned a lot from him, and we pray and hope that just as he said, 2026 coming from him will be more intriguing, interesting, exciting content, and we will also enjoy. We pray that 2026 will be prosperous for all of us. Have a Merry Christmas. Please be guarded and take very good care of yourself. I am Abrantie PK, the one who interviewed Abrantie PK. Thank you very much and see you another time. Bye bye.